2020. 2020, bro. We had Blueberry Fuego. We had Whoopty. We had the Gunna meme of eating too much, like Gunna preparing a little late night snack. We had Addison Rae, Charlie D'Amelio versus like Calby Lane battle. Among so many things I could tell you that we had, you know, peak All-American, peak On My Block. So many things I could tell you that we had in 2020, and it's like 2020 might have actually been the greatest year of all time. And what's crazy is we weren't even thinking about, like, RIP to the people who died and all that from the sickness, but it's actually just crazy because even though that year was like a fatal year in terms of deaths and all that, we genuinely saw it as like the greatest year. Obviously, if you had to still work your job, then that definitely was not. I mean, it could have been the greatest year for you too, but it's like entertainment was up. You know, if you were a business person, that was up too. Like I remember, my friend had sold toilet paper. They had toilet paper like before the whole thing happened, and they were selling a roll for $35. A roll, a single roll, bro, a single roll. Like 2020 is crazy how it was peak, but it's crazy how like the bad parts of it is like just erased from our minds. Like that was only 6 years ago, and that's still like almost the craziest thing that's happened in the last like 50 years. I wouldn't say 100 years, but 50 years. Like people were rushing to stores to stock up for stuff. People were rioting on the streets. This is the same time period of BLM. People are wearing face masks. People are like staying in their homes there's a curfew now. You can't go to school. You can't go out at certain times. And we literally just forgot all about that, especially us that were just playing 2K and Fortnite. I mean, that was peak. Like, bro, waking up, joining the Zoom class while just playing 2K. Like, sometimes I didn't even join the class. I'm literally just playing 2K all day. And the whole time people had like real world problems that they were facing, bro. But yet 2020 was the greatest year. It's crazy what nostalgia does though, because like 2K20, I look back at 2K20, I'm like, bro, that's the greatest game, whatever. Or some people even look back at Fortnite of that chapter and they're like, yo, that was the greatest Fortnite chapter, but it really wasn't that good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, 2K20 had a lot of stuff that didn't have a lot of stuff that they should have had by that time. Like crossplay, there's no way it took them till 2K25 to add crossplay. There's no way the playing on the courts thing took them, like, I think it was 2K22 they added that, right? So there was like so many basic things, but it's like if someone were to tell me right now, like, yo, you can go back to 2020 and just relive that though for one day. You can come back right now and you like the timeline is not gonna like reset. I would take it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would take it. Like, it's crazy though, because was it really that good of a year? Not really. If you really think about it. Think about entertainment though, bro. Oh my goodness. Like, forget entertainment in terms of shows, but bro, the music. I was going through the 2020 playlist. Now I'm not saying these things were released in 2020. But they were trending in 2020. We had Renegade, we had Roxanne, God's Plan, we had Party Girl, bro. Don't even get me started on that song. That probably is like one of the top 7 nostalgic songs of 2020. And it's like, where do people go that were popping in 2020? Like, in terms of that guy that made Party Girl, Roddy Ricch for The Box, the guy that made that song where like there was TikTok trends to like doing their shoulders like this. If you know, you know. Tisa Korean was very popular. 24K Golden. I don't know what happened to them, but 2020 was genuinely just like, it's crazy because that genuinely is history, right? we're gonna look back. Our kids will literally be learning about 2020 in school. You know, I'm not talking about 50 years from now. I'm talking about literally within the next 10 years, 2020 will be a thing of the past. 10 years from now, it's almost 2040. That's almost going to be 20 years ago. And they're going to be learning about it in school as the last virus, the last, you know, I don't want to say the word, but that's crazy. That's ancient history. And some of us, we remember it as playing Fortnite, but some of us, that was a hella depressing year, bro. I know so many people that wanted to just themselves, you know, like, because it was lonely, bro. You know, there was really no one for people to talk to, especially if they had no friends. I can't imagine that. Like, for me, phone calls all day. You know, like, whether it's my friends, whether it's just random people on the game, my cousins, whatever, we're all just always on the phone, bro. Like, there was really no days where I felt sad because of loneliness. No, bro. No, I'm not gonna lie. So I feel bad for people that really had no friends in quarantine. And of course, class of 2020, they're gonna bring up the fact that they didn't have a graduation for years to come, which is actually sad if you really think about it, because like that's just the basic things from life. But all in all, 2020 was definitely the greatest year. Like, really just look back on 2020 and just think like, bro, this is peak, because it's like, how were we as a community of human beings able to just come back from 2020 like it just never happened? PR team of the government did an amazing job. Like, I don't know how they did it, but they did it.